Someone once said to me, this is a Trojan horse for a single payer. And I said, well, it's not a Trojan horse, right? It's just right there. I'm telling you, we're going to get there.
If your family earns less than $250,000 a year, you will not see your taxes increased a single dime. I repeat, not one single dime.
Tax, a charge usually of money imposed by authority on persons or property for public purposes.
George, the fact that you looked up Merriam's dictionary, that the definition of tax increase indicates to me that you're stretching a little bit right now. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone to the dictionary to check on the definition.
Well, no.
I mean, what you're saying
I
is,
wanted to check for myself.
my critics say that I'm taking over every sector of the economy.
But you rejected it.
I absolutely reject that notion.
You deny that you're a man who wants to redistribute wealth?
Absolutely.
You deny that?
Absolutely.
The Nonpartisan Society of Actuaries predicts medical claim costs will rise an average of 32% under the Affordable Care Act and likely will increase premiums for people who don't get insurance through their employers. Florida would see an estimated 20% increase, with California's costs going up 62% and Ohio's rising something like 80%.
Suppose a person does not purchase insurance, a person who is obligated to do so under the statute doesn't do it, pays the penalty instead, and that person finds herself in a position where she's asked the question, have you ever violated any federal law? Would that person have violated a federal law?
If they don't pay the tax, they violated a federal law.
You will not see your taxes increased a single dime.
But as long as they've paid the penalty.
If they paid the tax, then they're in compliance with the law.
But you rejected it.
I absolutely reject that notion. Like your doctor or health care plan, you can keep it. If you don't have insurance, you'll finally be able to afford insurance. And everyone will have the security and stability that's missing today.
Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius did acknowledge some people will see their health care costs go up.
I just see a huge train wreck coming down the you and I have discussed this many times, and I don't see any results yet.
I happen to be a proponent of a single-payer universal health care plan.
I never said that we should try to go ahead and get single payer.
The President has directed us to take action to fight these cartels, and Attorney General Holder and I are taking several new and aggressive steps as part of the administration's comprehensive plan to fortify its Project Gun Runner, which is aimed at disrupting arms trafficking between the United States and Mexico.
I'm not sure of the exact date, but I probably heard about Fast and Furious for the first time over the last few weeks.
I heard on the news about this story that Fast and Furious.
Okay, let's be clear. These protests were in reaction to a video that had spread to we certainly don't know. We don't know otherwise. We have no information to suggest that it was a pre-planned attack. The unrest we've seen around the region has been in reaction to a video that many Muslims find offensive.
This video is disgusting and reprehensible. It appears to have a deeply cynical purpose to denigrate a great religion and to provoke rage.
I don't care how offensive this video was, and it was terribly offensive. And we should shun it.
What happened this week in Cairo, in Benghazi, and many other parts of the region was a result, a direct result of a heinous and offensive video that was widely disseminated, that the U.S. government had nothing to do with, which we have made clear is reprehensible and disgusting.
It's too early to know exactly how this came about, what group was involved, but obviously it was an attack on Americans.
I thought it was a terrorist attack from the get-go. I think everybody in the mission thought it was a terrorist attack from the beginning.
I asked her why the ambassador had said there was a demonstration when the embassy had reported only an attack.
The fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?
But let's be clear. Benghazi happened a long time ago.
As I said, I don't know all that went into the formulation of the subpoena. This was a very serious a very serious leak.
Well, let me take the IRS situation first. I first learned about it from the same news reports that I think most people learned about this. I think it was on Friday.
I have not done anything wrong. I have not broken any laws. I have not violated any IRS rules or regulations, and I have not provided false information to this or any other congressional committee. And while I would very much like to answer the committee's questions today, I've been advised by my counsel to assert my constitutional right not to testify or answer questions related to the subject matter of this hearing, and not testify or answer any of the questions today.
What difference does it make? What difference does it make?
Anybody who says differently, they will call them liars, racist, extremists, sexist, bigots. They'll say anything to take them down.